happy Monday. So you know I have today off. Shout out to the company giving us an extra little day. I appreciate it. And as y'all can see, because I don't believe I showed y'all yet, I finished doing my hair. You know, mini, what was it? Last summer, everybody was talking about mini twists. And it's funny because I had a memory pop up on Facebook talking about mini twists. And I did them at the same exact time. It's because I usually am not doing anything for the 4th of July weekend. Mainly because I live in LA by myself. So I'm not like out and about and whatever. So last year I did the mini twist. This year I was like, we're going berry. Okay. And y'all, I have not worn beads in my hair for a grip. Okay. So anyways, I might have said that to y'all. If I said that, sorry to repeat myself, but I'm still waiting for the rest of these beads to come. So I ordered them off of Amazon. They're coming today, but I ordered them on Saturday when I finished my hair. So no 1-day shipping. Sometimes I get a little lucky, so I just have to wait for them to come. My weekly allergy shot is in about 15 minutes, and I found free parking today because I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna be coming here every Monday, I'm gonna leave the house a little early so I can see if I can just loop around and get something that's decent enough to be able to walk to the building, because and the building's not even far. That little speck of the building you see there, that's like their parking lot right there, and then the building's like to the right. So that's perfectly fine for me, and we're gonna walk up in there and get some stuff done. Get the shot done, I should say. I was thinking about getting some stuff done afterwards, which I'm going to be running to the Asian market. So there's a Filipino grocery store around the corner from me, and they have bomb food, but I'm not getting food, y'all, because we on a budget. We on a budget, okay? We're not doing that. I had a little takeout this weekend. That's all. That's it. That's enough. But I am going to get y'all's doggy nephew's organ meat, which I'll show y'all. I love the little market because it's like all the Asian stuff, right, that you need. And I like getting the rice noodles, so I might get myself some of those because they're gluten-free. But I get myself like rice noodles. I typically treat myself to a Thai tea, because they'll have like the Thai tea in the can, which tastes exactly the way the Thai tea tastes at one of the markets or the Chinese food spot or whatever. So I'll get myself like a can of that. So, and usually I do get the hot food, but like I said, we're gonna cook at home. And what else am I going to do? Well, I actually have not even, I don't even know if the chicken is thawed out. So I might have to get a snack. But I'm going to go home. I took the chicken out last night to defrost. But I'm going to go home and get it out because I'm going to make barbecue drumsticks with the rest of the drumsticks that I had got when I went to Costco with y'all the last time. So we'll do barbecue drumsticks, and we'll do like the garlic parmesan rice I be making, and some green beans. So that's gonna be on this week's menu. And I'm also gonna pick up fish from the market. Hopefully they have the fish I want. I don't do whole fish, y'all. The head and the eyes and the tail and the this. Me and looking at a whole body of an animal kind of just freak me out. I just can't do it. So anyway, I'm looking for like a white fish, like either cod or a whiting or haddock, something like that. Because I'm kind of wanting to fry some fish. And I have a gluten-free like fish fry batter thing. So I'm gonna probably do that. I don't know with what. I don't know. I was thinking like some potatoes. I don't know. We'll see. But that is all. I did all the things earlier. I finished organizing the house for the most part. Everything is in its place. I'll probably show y'all later. I'm just still tidying up. It's the cleaning part after. Just cleaning each section is what's just blowing me. And then I still need to donate the headboard, the desk that I'm not keeping, and I think there's like, the rack for the coat rack that I want to donate. But I want to take a picture first, because first I got to see if I can go and drop it off and donate it. Last time they came to my house and picked up bigger items. This time, what in the... Y'all hear this? The man's truck is squeaking, and the way he was kind of driving, I was like, but anyways, they picked up last time. I want to see if this time I can do the dropping off just to get it up out my house, because they sort of took forever to come to pick it up. So if I can just let the seat down and put something in the front seat, put something behind me, then we'll drop it off maybe this Friday. Yeah, so go back to work tomorrow, but at least it's a short week since I had today off, so that'll be good. And that's about it. So let's go on ahead. It's 12:21. My appointment's in 9 minutes, but I like to be here exactly at 12:30, because then they still be having you sit there for 30 minutes. We got the EpiPen. I got to go in there with this damn bag every week because of the EpiPen. But let's go on ahead and do that. And then when we're finished, we'll go to the Asian market. Hey, y'all. Hey. I am finished with the appointment. Whew. Oh, it is hot out here. It's 85 degrees. I know everybody's been complaining about the heat being stupid crazy nationwide. So people are experiencing some real fucking heat. But I guess that's what it is. It's like every week I do that allergy shot, I'm starting to itch more and more and more each time. And it's just like, But, I mean, you know, you gotta get it done. As long as it's, I don't know, doing fucking something, it better do something. Because I am really not the type to be taking no, like, medicine just to be taking nothing. Big farm, nothing. Okay? I gotta really be in need of something. But we're about to go and grab, I might need to grab a small snack. I truthfully do not want no whole entire meal, because really, I just really prefer home cooked food, to be honest. So I really don't want no entire meal, but a little snacky snack will be good, and my little Thai tea will be good. So I'm gonna look and see if I can get something un poquito. That's the hope. And so we're about to go there now, which is literally right around the corner from the hospital. So we're already here. I literally just left my park. I go up in there and see if I can get the boys some organ meat, because it lasts for almost a year. I think I just finished using the last little bit yesterday. No, not yesterday, last month. What am I talking about? And I think I got the organ meat, truthfully, like last, I don't know, it might have been like last August or something like that. So it lasts for a while, because you're not supposed to put like too much in there, just enough. Just enough. So I think that's gonna be good. But y'all can see the sign right there. It's called Island Pacific. I like it a lot. Okay, let's see. All right, let me back up just a little bit, because I need to be able to get the frick out of this parking spot. So I gotta move over just a little bit so I can shimmy my thick self about the car. But yeah, let me take y'all up in here and show y'all what they got. Nice little place. And they also got other little restaurants attached to it, so I like that a lot. I was telling my babe that I'm gonna take him when he comes, because him and I, he know I stay dragging him to foodie stuff. I'm such a foodie, and I love dragging him to, not even dragging him because he like going, but I like bringing him to just different places to eat. So the food in here, y'all, so freaking good. But they have 2 Filipino like quick foods on the right, and then when you go on to the left, they have a new boba spot, and then they also have like a seafood boil over to the left. So it's like all in connected, and then there's the grocery store. Let's go, and I'm gonna show y'all. It's boba, and then the crab spots over there, and then they got all the food spots like produce over there, and then all of the like noodles and stuff. Let me see, one of the aisles I love. Okay, so here's the pastas, and so I have like the rice noodles here that you can get. That's from the Philippines, and they're typically gluten-free. So I usually get something like the I normally get like a thicker one and a thinner one. So I'll usually get something like this, the rice sticks, or I usually get that bottom one there, which is a little thinner, and it's kind of like eating ramen noodles when I'm kind of wanting something like ramen noodle-esque. So here's the fish market part of it, and then that's all the meat they sell, and then I just get the package. So let's see if they have, oh, and there's the drinks. I normally get my Thai tea over here, but it seems like they just have the whole fish. Let me try to look around and see if I can find gutted fish already, because whole fish is a little intimidating. Y'all look at that. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. It is my Monday, since I'm just getting back to work from the long weekend for the 4th. I am about to make your doggy nephew's food for the week. It's gonna be ground beef this week. Typically I alternate between ground turkey, ground beef, and if I can occasionally find ground lamb from like Aldi because it's cheaper there, then I'll give him that. But they just turned off the water because they're working on plumbing in somebody's unit, and I'm like, shit. But that's alright. I don't really need water too much, and I have filtered water. I just need a little bit to pour inside of his food to make like a broth. So we're just gonna go on ahead and dump in the meat inside the pot. But also I wanted to show y'all the few things I got from the Asian market, which I'm sure you're aware of. But like I said, you'll look up how much you're supposed to give him or her for your dog, and I'm gonna show y'all how I like break it up into, like, you know, little small bits and stuff like that. But let's just go on ahead and prepare his food, and then I will get into splitting up the organ meat, so that way you have an idea on, you know, how I like to do. Got my hair pulled back because I'm going to do the measurements for my dog's thing, right? So we're gonna do it in pounds, which I give him about 2 pounds of meat per week with fruits, veggies, and whatever starch. And so the organ meat should be anywhere between 10 to 25%, it says. And I give it to him also in like the multivitamin that he get, there's a little bit of organ meat in there. And then he also gets it inside of like the broth slur situation that I make. So, or let's just say gravy. So since he does that, I'll give him about 4 ounces, which would be not 25%, but it'll be about like 12.5%, because he's getting it in other things, right? And if you get 2 pounds, 2 pounds is 32 ounces, right? So with that being said, a quarter of 32 ounces would be about 8 ounces, right? But because he gets it in other things, I'll take that to even half of that, which is about 4 ounces, right? So I know that sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo math, but you got to do the math per whatever you're making your dog, right? So I have my scale. Actually, we'll do it here. Let me just move this so I can like measure it out appropriately. And then I'm gonna show y'all with all of what I got. I'm cooking rice for myself too, y'all. I haven't even eaten all day long. So I'm gonna clear that out. And we're gonna make sure that it's in ounces. So we can just do ounces. And then so far we're gonna section off the beef liver, which, like I said, I get this from the Asian market. This is almost 2 pounds of beef liver for just $5.22, right? So inexpensive situation. Y'all know I gotta use my gloves because it's just a lot going on. And then I do typically clean my meat, but for him today, just to make this quicker, we're just gonna separate it and go from there. And then want to defrost, you know, I can do it like that, but it's organ meat and I can rinse it off and stuff like that. My rice is still going for myself. And then what I like to do is get like a little bowl to make it easier. So we'll use a little bowl. And then we'll set it on the scale. I don't even think that it want to pick up. That's because it's not on a flat surface. So we're going to have to do it over here with it. As y'all can see, I don't have enough counter space, so sometimes it just feels a little complicated. You just number it out, and then you just go and you go and you go and just break it up for whatever you need. And then I put them in little sandwich bags, and then I'm able to put it inside of the freezer. And then when it's time to do his portion, like his slow cook is still going today, it's 1 hour and 15 minutes left. I'll take a little portion of this, I'll dump it in there in like the last 30 minutes of the slow cook, just so it's not like too tough by cooking for 5, 6, 4 hours, however long I put it on. So you'll just do it like that in the last 30 minutes. And that's typically how I like to do his organ meat at the end. And then once it finished cooking, I just take like the meat masher that I showed y'all before, and I just like, you know, mash it up, and then it's incorporated inside of the food. So I'll just show y'all as I go splitting up the meats, and then we put it in the freezer, and then it's good to go. Okay, so I saved this bag because this is like a good like gallon size to put the meats in. And then I use bleach to wipe off the little baggies and stuff. And so this is what it looks like. Once you put them inside the bag, you want to squeeze out the air. Y'all, I don't even eat liver. I don't eat organ meat. I just don't. Not my thing. I grew up, I tried it, my family eats it. but I don't. So I wipe it off and I put them in the bag, right? So this right here is 4, which this will last you for a month's worth of supply, right? So now I have this, and I'll put it in the freezer, and then it's perfect. And then I just keep going with the other organ meats, which I'm gonna take a break because I am hungry. And this is the portion left in the bowl that I'll put inside of his food. It still has 30 more minutes to go. So I just put that inside of the refrigerator. And then I just go from there. And then ta-da, you know what I mean? Just keep going. Use sandwich bags. I don't typically like to go through a bunch of sandwich bags like that, but I've tried to do like a parchment paper or saran wrap or whatever, and it's just not, it's just messy because the amount of blood everywhere is just a lot. Like the amount of blood that you're gonna have everywhere, it's just not worth it. Now, if you do want to be eco-friendly, like how I tend to be, I would just suggest, if you want to take up the space, like if you have a deep freezer where you can have more space to be able to break it down, then you can be able to use like, you know, like freezer containers, and then you'll be able to freeze it. But because I don't got that kind of space, a sandwich bag is just easier to just make it flat and, you know, can be inside the gallon and not take up so much of my freezer space. But I would say, like, if you want to be a little more eco-friendly, you don't want to use all the plastic, just use small containers, which I typically have them in here. I have like little containers where I could have just put them in here, but then that would mean I would have so much in my freezer, and yeah, don't have the space for that. But if you're somebody that's like, I don't care, I use plastic all the time, then that's your business, right? I only buy sandwich bags sort of for that purpose. I rarely use a sandwich bag because I also have reusable ones, which I could have used those, but I don't have enough of them. But these are like my reusable sandwich and snack bags, but I don't have a bunch of them, so I would have to, you know. But I just feel like it's also easier to store it in there, just laying them flat in the more, you know, flimsier sandwich bags. So that's pretty much what I do. I only did the beef right now because, like I said, I need to eat something. I have not eaten for the day. Breakfast, nothing. I just had something to drink. So I'm going to heat up some food. I just made my Parmesan. It's like butter, garlic, Parmesan rice. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Comment below if you want the recipe. If you're like, I need it. I needs it, girl. I needs it. Then do that. And then I'm going to just heat up some barbecue chicken drumsticks that I made last night. And then for dinner, I'm going to do gluten-free battered fish fry and some grits to go with it. Like I said, corn's not really anti-inflammatory, but you can have it just very, very small. So I'll do grits, or actually I have potatoes. So I'll probably use the 2 potatoes that I have left and then use grits later on in the week because I didn't grab any more potatoes. So I'll probably saute some potatoes and do like a vegetable. But I'm about to be off my lunch break. Even though I'm about to have lunch, I'm gonna have lunch while I work. So that is all for that. I just wanted to show y'all how to break it down, just to make sense. So about 10 to 25% of the diet that you're preparing. So whatever the ratio is for your meat, do 10 to 25% of that, and then you should be good to go if you're making your dog's food at home. And just keep it in mind, if the organ meat is within something else, then you bring that percentage down for the actual organ meat itself. This is what I recently started using. This is my first time using, not first day, but first time buying this product. I feel like it'll be more cost effective. So this is called, it's by Instinct, and it's the shakers, which is just a way that you can put, it's freezer dried. So it's basically a way that you can put it as a topper, as you see on the photo, if your dog eat kibble. But it also says on here, which is what grabbed my attention, was that it says, or you can mix equal parts with warm water in the powder for tasty gravy. And I was like, gravy, this is perfect, because this is essentially kind of like the beef broth that I was buying. I'm like, this has the ingredients that sort of come inside of the beef broth. So it has beef, beef liver, beef kidney, pumpkin seeds, beef spleen, carrots, apples, butternut squash, the vitamins that dogs need, apple cider vinegar, salmon oil, rosemary extract, blueberries, chicory root, all the stuff that like a broth would have. So I'm like, if it has what the broth should have anyway, let me just get this. And it does cost more, but I've used this now, y'all, at least like probably had it for a month now. Yeah, it is a month, because I got this when I went and took him around his birthday. So it was the beginning of June, and I've had it and I've only used that much of it. So this is a good way to make the broth at home when you're making food. So I just wanted to let y'all know. But okay, I'll check back in with y'all, little dumplings. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back. Hey guys, happy Friday Eve. I am so grateful the weekend is coming again. I feel like I anticipate it every week, and I love that for me. It's like it reset my nervous system to just be able to like look forward to the weekend. So I am about to clean up these dishes. I've just, yeah, my eating habit has definitely been crap this week for sure. I mean, it ain't perfect in the sense of I don't eat enough in a day, but it definitely was not great this week. I ate. I just didn't eat nearly as much as I probably should have, but more by choice. I could have cooked even more than what I did, but I just didn't, so it is what it is. But I'm about to wash these dishes, and then I'm gonna make me a surprise breakfast situation. So I don't have, I mean I do, I have chicken sausage in the freezer, the like little small chicken sausage links you can make. I'm just not in the mood to eat those. I get them so big from Costco, and you know how sometimes you have certain stuff and it just starts to feel like you have the ick, like it's giving you the ick after eating it just for a while. That's how I feel. So I have pepperoni in my refrigerator that I had got when I was doing like homemade pizza, and I don't want it to go to waste. So we're gonna come up with a little razzle dazzle. I'm gonna do, I have 2 potatoes. I'm gonna saute those. I got some eggs. I got the pepperoni. I got a little bit of like cheese in there. I think I even got tomato sauce still. So we're gonna see what we can come up with. A surprise on the fly for sure. But first, let's get these. Like, I have the dishwasher and this is clean, but it's just the pots that you gotta like wash by hand. So let's go on ahead and make that happen. Well, it don't look half bad. Got the pepperoni, the little cheese, potatoes, and the tomato sauce. So I think it's gonna be tasty. Y'all, I thought this would be really cool to do like a diary cam situation. I'm about to go to sleep. I know my eyes look real low, as if I'm like underneath some sort of substance, drinky drink or marijuana, nothing or something, and I'm not. And I'm not. You want to know what I'm underneath? Goddamn magnesium with ashwagandha. That's what I'm under. I'm about to go to sleep. I made fried fish this week, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Sway, SWAI. I don't know. And I bought it years ago, and I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. And then I was talking to one of my girls, and she's like, that is definitely the one that you purchased that you were not feeling. And I was like, damn. I was like, I don't like wasting food. It was like 5 good size pieces that I was like, I gotta eat this. So it's not that the fish itself is like fishy or nasty. It's just that it's soft. Like the consistency is really soft. So if you've never tried it before, it's soft. So you gotta fry it hard. And I did fry it. And I don't even really fry in my house like that, y'all. I'm not into like frying. I like fried foods, but obviously it's not great for you to have all the time. And either way, if I'm gonna fry, I'm using like, you know, a good clean oil, like avocado oil or coconut oil or something like that. But I had fried it, but I didn't fry it too hard because I don't want it to be dried out when I go to like reheat food. So I usually, for some stuff, undercook things just a little, not enough to be like getting you sick, but you know, not too crazy. So then that way it's good for reheating. And I put it in the air fryer, y'all, and it was, I mean, it went from to chef's kiss. So anyways, I told y'all that I would give y'all reviews still within my vlogs, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I went to Trader Joe's today because I need to go grocery shopping. And let me know if y'all are like this. I feel like 35 plus, baby, we trying to tune out all the freaking noise and all the chaos around us. And I just can't, y'all. The grocery shopping on the weekends is just, it's ghetto. And I deal with anxiety already, but I just feel like it literally heightens my anxiety to a level that I just can't. So I got the Costco executive membership, as y'all know, and that I don't mind going on a weekend because you go before the general public. So I don't care what day of the week that I go. Preferred on the weekdays, but I can go anytime because I can go in before everybody else. Now that I have the membership to that tier, I had the regular membership. But like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Sprouts, all of that. I went today at lunchtime and it was perfect. No crazy traffic outside, no crazy people up in the store. Perfect. And so that leads to why I'm doing a little camera cam, a little diary cam or whatever with y'all. And I told y'all I'd still give y'all reviews, right? Because that's what I do. That's where I started on YouTube. Shout out to y'all that's been subscribed to me forever. But this is real uncut. And then I'm going to sleep. But I gotta go to sleep and moisturize these lips, as y'all can see. So they have a new little tropical flavored lip butter balm duo, and I'm very excited to try this out. It like looks so delicious, even though clearly you should not be eating it. So there is guava honey and salted mango. I was like, salted mango? You know, you see salted caramel, salted this, but salted mango, that sounds yummy. I'm not gonna try one. Which one do I want to try on to go to bed? You know, I'm gonna try it on the salted mango. I'm gonna do that. because I'm curious now. I'm gonna smell both, but I'm gonna try on this salted mango. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. And I know there's people like me where you gotta like moisturize your lips before you go to bed because, yeah, it's a must. So let's smell them both, and I can tell y'all my honest thoughts. Guava honey. Ooh, I'm a sucker for this little like clear little like knob. Trader Joe's is doing their thing, y'all. They are getting in their little freaking creative bag. They're like, baby, we're not gonna just be known for the food pookie. We are going to do the little house, home good, body cares, you know, little things, and I love that. Oh my God, y'all, this smells like their guava drink. They have like a guava, oh God, with the honey? Oh goodness, y'all. Wow, and I know this is gonna be seasonal. Yeah, I don't even know what the freaking consistency's like, but I'm gonna have to go back because I'm having a freaking feeling that this is gonna like be a hot commodity. This is definitely like a dupe for them like other brands out there. Okay, let me stop talking. Salted mango, let's see. Oh God, y'all, this smells so freaking good. Oh goodness. You get like that little like sweet, but you can see where that little like from the salted part come. Okay, without further ado, let me look at myself real quick so I can get this on. Oh my God, y'all see that? And my lips is dry. Y'all, this magnesium I should gotta get. Y'all, it's supposed to be time. Look at it. Look at that top lip from that crusted, dusty bottle. Y'all, let me see. I gotta look at myself while I put this on. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh my. Y'all, I'm about to see my man in a few weeks. Baby, this is coming with me in my purse. I think the next time I go, I'm gonna get just 2 more. It comes as a duo, so you get both of them already. But no, I'm gonna need to go and get 2 more of these before they run out. Cause whoa, y'all. It's not sticky, but it's not giving like Vaseline. Because look, Vaseline can do the little trick, but Vaseline don't last long on your lips, y'all. But it's not giving like Vaseline, but it ain't giving like sticky, icky type gloss. It's giving exactly what it says, baby. Lip butter balm. I mean, come on, Trader Joe's. Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe. They doing the... All right. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. If y'all see this, I'm telling you right now. If you're into the fruity kind of stuff, I've been into lip smacks since I was a kid, okay? If you're into this, just go on ahead and get you a couple. Because y'all already know this is going to end up being seasonal scents or flavors. And, baby. Okay. Happy Friday, y'all. Let me go to sleep. I'll check back in with y'all another time. Bye.
You've got to understand, I just wanna live my life, and I wanna do it right. I just wanna take my time.